I noticed that the lights in the car were all this, and the voltmeter was jumping around. And well, if 355 says it's okay, it's gotta be okay.
Welcome to RCindustry.
Well, hey guys, this is kind of the calm after the storm. It's early in the morning yet. I'm still drinking my coffee. See if we can set that there without losing it. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a recap of everything of the weekend. We got there Wednesday. Had some problems on the way down Wednesday. I noticed that we were using transmission fluid, wound up being the modulator valve. Found a nice little shop there in real close to the hotel we were staying at in Minor. Bird's transmission and exhaust shop or whatever. Got there that morning as the guy was opening up, and you know, he put us in on the lift and verified the type of modulator, because we needed to know if it was a green stripe, blue stripe, no stripe. You know how that is if you ever messed with one of those. So got that verified, went and ordered the part. It came in at 2:30 that day. Went and picked it up, went back to Bird's garage, got it up on the lift, wrong part. So by this time the guy has realized, hey, we're out at the speedway. He was a racer himself, so he starts making some phone calls, and he gets a hold of O'Reilly's where we had bought the part that was wrong, and he knew the manager. And so anyway, we wound up getting the correct one by 7:30 that morning. So that came in, got back over there on Friday morning. He got it up on the lift. We got it fixed, got to the track just in time for 9 a.m. for the picture, so that was exciting. So sounds like life flight's coming in. So if it gets a little noisy, that's what it is. Yeah, we do live here close to the hospital. So anyway, so in the meantime, when he gets it up on the lift to put that in, he notices, hey, you got a freeze plug leaking. And I was like, well, that's handy. So we went and put some stop leak in it, and he said, I got a buddy named Possum that runs Possum's garage, and he said he's right out there behind the end of the track where you turn around, which is where we had the burnout contest. You go out there and you tell him that I sent you, and he'll fix that for you. Well, he did. And in fact, he stayed up late Thursday night, or stayed open late, or whatever he does, and he got our car fixed by 6 o'clock or 6:15, something like that, and brought it to us to the track now. I mean, and just hardly charged us anything, and I gave him, I mean, it was, so a big thanks to Possum, and a big thanks to Bird's Garage. So then Saturday morning, or Friday night, that's right, Friday night after the burnout contest, going back to the hotel, well, actually we went to eat at the Mexican restaurant there, but I noticed that the lights in the car were all this, and the voltmeter was jumping around, and so I was like, well, the old voltage regulator, something's wrong with it probably. So we went Saturday morning then and to AutoZone, which was close to where we were staying, and bought a voltage regulator to put in it. And out at the track, we got that taken care of, and man, that stopped all that nice 12.3 all the time. Even when the fans kick on, it turns the alternator back on and gets all that going, and so that was great. So yeah, so we made 2 runs during our trip down there. We ran against old Outfits Garage Blues, and of course he wiped our doors on that one. But and I also got to ride in his truck later on, and he said that was his best run of the day. And I told him, well, that's because you got all this weight in here, extra weight, see. But anyway. And then Saturday, we ran against Big Mike at Big Mike's Hoopty Barn in the old Blue Goose. And I was paying attention because we had just put that modulator valve, and I've been trying to make sure it's right. So I was paying attention to my RPMs. And so I let it go into second gear a little earlier, and then I got on it, and then we did win or whatever. But Big Mike pulled out. If you watch the video, which will be coming out soon, Big Mike got ahead of us, and he told me later. He said, he said, I thought I was really, I said, well, I didn't want to get on it too hard because I didn't know what my shift pattern was going to be yet. And so, since that was the first run, and anyway, just interesting stuff. It was a great weekend. Oh my gosh, all the people that come out and support people. There was people, I think it might have been somebody over there with the AHRA, but they came over and talked to us, and they were from New York, and I mean, it's just, it was a great event. If you've never been, plan on going next year. Even if you're not a participant, if you're not a YouTube creator, just get down there and check it out, because there's a lot of nice people. There's people like us that just build an old junk car and drive it down the track. And then there's people that are professional racers there that have YouTube channels too. I've got some footage of the burnout contest. Man, I don't know, I've got about 18 videos of that, different clips. So I'm not sure how many were in it, but there was at least 11, I think, participants in that. So we got that to look at. Just all kinds of stuff. It was a great weekend. So I hope to be able to get some of those videos out here coming up shortly. Today's a busy day, Monday. I work part-time, a lot of you know that, so I've got to get all that scheduled and get done. The wife's having surgery this afternoon, so I have to get that taken care of. And but coming home last night, or yesterday afternoon, so we made it all the way from Sikeston or Minor is where we left out of, to Winslow, Indiana. Not Winslow, Arizona, but Winslow, Indiana. And I just so happened to I was pulling up to a stop sign in town, and I went to take off, and I just so happened to saw my oil gauge, and all of a sudden the oil gauge I heard something kind of make a pop, and the oil gauge just went, and so I was like, uh-oh. So I shut it off immediately, because I figured there was something in the line going up to the gauge, and that's exactly what it was. It broke or blew out, or whatever you want to call it, right where it comes off the back of the block. And of course, yes, I know it was a nylon line, so I learned my lesson. I'm going to go get some copper line and replace it. But what we had to do is cut about that much off, because it was all kind of swollen, and I worked it back through that fitting, and then we drove ever so gingerly all the rest of the way home. I think we had about, I don't know, 22 miles or something left to get to the house, and it did fine. But anyway, it goes to show you, if you cheap out, I mean, that Chinese gauge kit I had came with that, and that's why I used it, but I won't do that again. So big thanks to John and Dallas, and many others, all the track people, but I using their names because that's the names I remember. But thanks for putting that on and organizing all that. I know it can't be an easy event to put together. I thought logistically everything went smooth. I don't know if there was hiccups. I didn't notice any. Seemed like a good event to me. So definitely will be involved in it next year if I can. And gosh, what else? I don't know. We got home. I just got to say, all of the people that I knew from last year that were there, it was nice to see everybody again. I mean, I don't want to start naming names and forget somebody, so you just need to do a hashtag NoNameNationals, and you'll see all of the people that were there, and a lot of creators there that like last year when I came into that event, I think I had 627 subscribers. This year when I left down there, I had 2,579, and I noticed this morning I'm already over 2,600. So that's all because of you guys that watch these crazy videos of mine. And you know, it's just fun. I really enjoyed this community, this YouTube community, the YouTube car community. I've not met anyone yet that isn't personable, that has one of these channels, and I've met some of the folks that have big channels like Derek and from Vice Grip Garage, and you know, I mean, they're just nice people, and I haven't met anybody that's you know, not. So anyway, a big thanks to, you know, like I said, John and Dallas, and thanks to the AHRA, which I know Dallas is the president of or whatever, but just thanks to them for sponsoring this event. I mean, you know, we saw everything the last couple of days from go-karts going down the track, and motorcycles, and monkey bikes, and yeah, I mean, just everything. It was an amazing event. So anyway, be sure and like and share, and if you like this video and you like this kind of stuff, share it to your friends. Tell them to subscribe. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. There were so many creators there making YouTube videos and stuff. It's not just going to be the next couple of weeks. You're going to see these YouTube videos from this event all year long. So, and I know I've got over, well, I don't know, I've got 172 videos, so I don't know how many hours that is, but I've got a lot of footage, and a lot of it is really good footage this year. I did a little better work trying to, I mean, I've learned some stuff in the last year on filming, so I think I got some better footage. So hopefully, I know I'm just rambling on, but anyway, like I said, be sure and like and share, and as always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. Run, Tallulah, run! Hi, baby.